legally parked. No crime. But one complaint brings the police. Watch a calm citizen stand firm, armed only with his rights, like comment, share, and subscribe. Being lawful isn't suspicious.
Hey, what's up, bud?
I didn't even see you in the window.
Yeah, what's up?
We got a call from a resident here. They were a little concerned. They didn't recognize your car. They were just wondering what was going on.
There are 3 vehicles parked here, and they pointed my vehicle out of all the vehicles here?
Yeah. They were just concerned. They didn't recognize the vehicle. They'd never seen it before. They just wanted us to see what was going on.
Can you advise them it's not illegal for someone to park in a public street?
Yeah,
He's not doing
you're not
anything
parked
wrong.
illegally, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, they just wanted us to see what was going on, make sure everything was all right.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be bothered, man. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay,
So,
I totally understand
do you
that.
have an incident number?
A case number for our CAD, we do. I don't know it. I have to go check my vehicle if you don't mind.
Can I get the name and badge number if you don't mind?
I'll give you my card that'll have all my information on it.
Perfect.
Would I be able to get a license from you real quick?
I'm not going to give that. I'm not breaking the law.
Okay.
Fuck. Are these fucking people serious? What the hell today?
All right.
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is all my information on the front of the card.
Sure.
My name, phone number, email are on here if you have any questions.
All right.
Back is going to be the case number for
Perfect.
the incident. That's what you were asking for.
All right.
All right. So I see you're here from do you know somebody here? Any particular
I'm not
reason
going to
you
answer
were
any
parked
question.
here?
Public street, public area. Anyone can be in any township at any point in time.
Okay.
So I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay.
What exactly did they say?
They just gave us the description of the vehicle. They just said it was tinted windows. They didn't see anybody inside. The vehicle wasn't running. They were just concerned, didn't know what was going on with it. So
Who the hell could have called? Like, it doesn't make any sense. These people parked here around the same time I did. They're just watching my car? That's crazy.
that's the vehicle they gave us. And like I said, they just gave us a call. They were concerned. They didn't know what was going on or why they were here. They wanted us to come and talk with you, see if you wouldn't mind chatting with us, make sure everything was all right.
That's crazy, man. All right, yeah.
So, I mean, would you mind heading out of here? I don't know exactly what your plan was.
Why would I need to head out of here?
It's just making somebody uncomfortable. So they just didn't
Uncomfortable
know.
is not against the law.
I understand it's not against the law.
Good.
Like
So
I said, they gave us a call. They wanted us to talk with you, see if we could figure out what was going on, why you parked here.
Let's try this approach. How about you inform the caller that this individual is not breaking the law? They're in their car. They're on a public street. They have every right to be here, just as them and their families too. Leave him alone.
Okay. Like
Simple as that.
Like I told you, as soon as I came up, you're not parked illegally, nothing like that. They gave us a call. They want us to talk with you. That's
I know, but you're asking me to head out because they're uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is not against the law. Neither is suspicion. I'm not breaking the law. There's no crime until there's a crime, right? And I'm not here to commit a crime.
Okay.
I'm here for a legit reason, and I'm just parked in a public street.
Okay.
So tell them just to leave me alone. I'm not bothering anyone.
I'm not saying that you were. All I'm saying is they gave us a call about it.
So you can tell them that.
Okay.
All right? Because some people need to mind their business. I'm not doing anything. I haven't done anything.
Totally understandable.
Oh,
I get where you're coming
this
from.
economy, right?
So I mean, like I said, I understand you're not doing anything wrong. You're sitting in your car legally parked on the side of the road, public road. I get it.
All right.
The only reason I asked if you wouldn't mind leaving was obviously, like I said, somebody was uncomfortable by it. I get that's not against the law, but I didn't know if you were willing to keep going with whatever it is that you had going on.
I prefer to educate them rather than leaving. Educate them so that they'll know better next time if someone parks in the street to just leave them alone and observe.
Okay.
So educate them. I'm not gonna go.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give them that satisfaction.
Okay. So if you don't mind sharing with me, you said that you were here for a legitimate reason. Do you mind sharing with me what that reason is?
No, I'm not gonna share that reason.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to me at all?
No, because they're not gonna trump my Fourth Amendment right. You see,
Right, I'm not
because of
talking
their
with them about what your reason is. It's just
good. But because of their fears, I'm not gonna answer to someone else why I'm here if I'm not breaking the law, right? The law allows me to travel freely, uninterrupted, right? And that includes parking too. So I just want to be uninterrupted. Just because they don't understand how the law works, it shouldn't violate my Fourth Amendment right.
I understand that.
Yeah, so
I'm totally with you. Like I said, that's not for their information. That's for us, because I don't know if they're going to call us again or not. I'm going to obviously tell them that you're legally parked here. You're allowed to be here. You know, there's nothing wrong with you being here. But just to avoid any conflict in the future, if they got upset by the fact that you didn't leave, you know, I'm going to tell them he's not doing anything wrong. You guys don't have to go intervene. I want to make sure that that doesn't happen, though.
Well, they should understand that if you explain it to them.
And I'm going to. Trust me, I'm with you. Like I said, if they, you know, hear it from us, hopefully they'll listen to it, but not everybody does, right?
If they call you guys back, you can tell them they're harassing you. Stop abusing public officials, because
I get you.
You explained to them, you were here, you checked it out, there's nothing illegal going on. Leave them alone, ma'am or sir. Have a good day. Okay. That's it. That's the end of it.
I'm with you.
And you should also check your brakes, man. Your brakes making a lot of noise,
They're making
man.
that squeak,
They need to be changed.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you talking with me. I appreciate you being cooperative. So, like I said, I didn't mean to bug you, but we got the call about it. We got to do our due diligence, talk with you, make sure everything's all good, okay?
I understand. I respect your professionalism, okay? I'm not trying to violate my rights or anything, so thank you very much.
All right. Have a good one.
You too, man.
All right. So I just wanted to follow up with you real quick.
Sure.
So I talked with the caller.
Okay.
One of your concerns, you had asked why they picked your car out.
Yeah.
So the caller knows who the other two people are. So that was the reason.
What other two?
The other two cars.
Oh, okay.
So they saw your car. They were like, "That's strange. I know the other two. I don't know this one." So that was the reason that was your vehicle was noticed. I told them you're legally here.
Yeah.
No reason, that they have to intervene, come out, anything like that. They're cool with it.
Yeah.
They said, okay, we just didn't know. We wanted to double check on it.
That person needs a job. They have too much time on their hands.
I get you.
Literally too much time on their hands. Let's say someone has an event here, right? And there's 15 strange cars parked in this street. That street. They're going to call you guys for those strange cars that they don't recognize?
No,
you see how absurd that is?
I get you. I'm same boat. But like I said, I just wanted to talk with you, let you know, because I understand that was one of your concerns. I just wanted to follow up with you about that one, so you know.
I appreciate that.
All right?
All right, thank you very much, man. You too.
Legally parked, no crime, just pressure. Police want ID, but is that enough? One citizen stands firm, like comment, share, and subscribe, because rights mean nothing if you can't use them.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How are you?
I'm
got
good.
a call for a suspicious car that's been here
for
some time, and I'm here to check it out, make sure everything's good.
Hey, before we start, can I get a name and badge number?
Sure. Officer Hill, badge number 548.
And what department are you from?
Pennsville.
And where's that located?
Here.
No, the address.
90 North Broadway.
90 North Broadway, okay. So you said you got a call about a suspicious car. And what else?
Suspicious vehicle, and that's it.
Okay.
That's been parked here for quite some time. I'm just here to check it out.
Okay, officer. Like I told the individual who approached me,
Okay.
I'm parked legally. I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'd just like to be left alone.
Okay.
Because, as you know, we're American citizens and we don't have to explain ourselves to people what we're doing if we're not breaking the law, right?
Right.
So that's all I told the individual, and quite frankly, man, I'd just like to be left alone to be a free citizen.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. All right. I just got to get... Is this your car?
I'm not going to answer any questions. I'm going to invoke my Fourth Amendment right. On me, yeah.
All right. Can I get your name, sir?
You don't have to answer any questions. Yeah?
Okay.
This is not a Terry stop, as you know.
Yeah, I know. It's just I'm conducting an investigation.
No, I know, but still.
I got to get information on who I'm talking to.
No, you don't. Brown v. Texas states that just because you got a call that didn't give you any probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, you don't have the right to identify anyone.
Okay.
So, that's case law.
All right, well, what I'll say is, yeah, you're parked legally. Just, you're fine to do whatever you please, okay?
So then, okay. So, like you said, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But why would you state that you have to get the ID of everyone in the car when you know that that's against the law?
tell
identify
everyone
someone.
the same thing when I'm conducting an
Is
investigation.
that common
I like
practice?
Is that what
Is
I
that
do?
common practice? Yeah, like
Yeah. If
okay,
I'm conducting an investigation, I'd like to get the name of everyone that I'm talking to.
okay. It's not
Okay?
it's not
Just like,
optional.
Just like how you asked my name and everything.
You're a public official. I'm a private citizen.
I know,
yeah.
but I'm saying, you know how you like to speak
Yeah.
with my name and everything. I like to do the same thing.
And you're respectful of people who don't want to give their names, correct? That's what. Okay, good. Well then,
Yeah,
we're good
I mean,
then.
you're
We're
not
good.
you're
We're
not
good.
breaking any laws. So.
Perfect. Yeah. I would appreciate it if you let her know that I'm not breaking any law, and them also. Apparently, they feel that because you're parked in front of their house, that they own this property and no one else can park here.
Right.
So yeah.
And like I said, you're parked legally. What I will suggest, and you don't have to, is we have a boat ramp. We have a park. If you would like to go park there, I know you can park here. That way, people don't call on you and say, "Hey, this car's suspicious."
That's a good suggestion, but a better suggestion would be just educating the citizens that people have the right to park on the public street and shouldn't have to go to boat ramp just because they're uncomfortable. That would be the legal and wiser approach.
That's why I'm not making you leave.
I know. I just didn't like that suggestion. Just leaving from here because she's uncomfortable, going somewhere else at a boat ramp. I want to be parked legally where I can be.
Yep.
And if they're uncomfortable, that's unfortunate. That's on them for not knowing the law.
I got you.
Right? That's not on me.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't deal with uncomfortable, man. I try to work with the law.
All right.
So,
Thanks, sir.
all right. Thank you.
How you doing, sir?
Hello, sir.
Are you
I'm not going to answer any questions. Before we start, can I get your name and badge number?
Davenport 519?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
What's up?
so here's where we're at.
Uh-huh.
In New Jersey or
Yes.
any state, you have to provide your name and information during an investigation or even a motor vehicle stop, okay?
Okay.
I know the RO of the car is. That's all I'm trying to confirm is that's who you are, so we can get out of here.
So you said in an investigation I have to legally provide my name.
Yes.
And if I consult my attorney, they'd say the same.
Correct.
And that's not true. Do you suspect me of committing a crime? Let's start with that. RAS. We need RAS, right?
Okay.
RAS, reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Do you suspect me of committing a crime? Did someone call and specifically say that I committed a crime? I'm just asking
Specifically, what crime would that be?
You tell me.
Well,
You were here. Someone
we
called you for me.
stating that you were sitting out in front of the house for
Correct.
several hours.
Is that
And
a
that's what
crime?
we're just trying to find out what's going on because we had a house in this area that
Has nothing to do with me. Is that a crime,
well,
though?
I can't associate that. All I'm trying to do is get you out of here so we all can go about our way.
But do I have a Fourth Amendment right? Can you answer that?
What would that be, too?
You tell me. You're the officer. You know what a Fourth
And I'm
Amendment
saying
is,
this
right?
doesn't violate that Fourth
It
Amendment
does.
right.
No, if you force me to identify, it does.
Well, because you're driving a motor vehicle.
I'm not driving a motor vehicle. My vehicle is parked.
So you're still occupying a motor vehicle.
I can occupy a
You
motor
can
parked
operate.
vehicle. I can operate,
that
but I'm
you can
not.
operate, but it still is the same.
It's not the
You
same.
have you have the right to operate it. On
okay.
a public street.
But can I commit a moving violation while parking?
No, but you can't commit a parking
So,
violation.
am I committing a parking violation?
I don't know yet because I don't know if you're the registered owner of this
I'm going to invoke my Fifth
So
Amendment
I
right.
don't know if you have a driver's license.
I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent without a lawyer present to answer any questions.
While remaining silent.
Sure.
While remaining silent.
Sure.
I just need you to provide me your proper driving documentation.
I'm not going to provide any documents since I didn't break
You
any laws.
definitely have to provide a driver's
I'm not going to
license,
provide any
the
documents since I didn't
registration
break
and
any
the
laws.
insurance for the vehicle.
At this point in time, I'm going to remain silent.
Okay. We're kind of impasse here, and I'm trying to make this as easy for everybody as possible. I get your frustration. I get it. I'm at the same level.
Listen,
honestly.
the next step is litigation if you violate my rights. And on the oath, you're going to have to answer these questions in front of a jury, okay? I'm not going to ask any questions moving forward, okay? I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent
So let me
without
get
the
this straight.
presence of an attorney.
You're not going to provide a driver's license, registration, or
Do you suspect
insurance
me of committing a
information.
crime or a moving violation?
I can't determine that.
So
until
then
I
the answer is no.
if your driver's license is
Do
valid.
you suspect me of committing a
You're saying
crime
that. I
or a
can't
moving
guarantee that
violation?
until I can provide the documentation.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime or a moving violation? Yes or no?
I don't know yet.
So you don't know.
No,
So
because I can't provide
do
your
your
proper
investigation. Talk to whoever you have to talk to.
which we have. And the final
your-
step here is
what
to
did
make sure
they
you have a
say?
valid license.
No, you don't get to go in the place determining who. You
I
know?
do, because you
I'm
got
not
here
even going to
somehow.
speak anymore.
You
Did
got-
you
you
see
got
me?
those points,
Did you
right?
see me arrive here?
Huh?
Did you see me drive
The
here?
neighbors did.
But did you? Are they
I
police
didn't mean
officers?
to. It doesn't matter.
All right, listen.
You got here somehow, right?
Supervisor, please.
I am. It's right here.
You're a
That's why I'm here.
supervisor, please.
Yes.
You're a supervisor.
No, that's it. This is me.
Fifth Amendment.
Okay.
Invoke my fifth.
You can get it now.
Yes, please. Thank you. I appreciate
Can
it.
I get your ID?
No, sir.
Okay.
What is your RAS?
My reasonable
Your RAS
articulable suspicion
of a crime.
No, so this is what we're trying to explain to you. We get called here for
I
a
know
suspicious
how it
vehicle.
works. Okay, this is not.
You obviously don't because you're not
I
giving
don't-
us your
okay.
ID.
Okay. Can I get the card number?
Yeah,
Thank you. I'm not going to speak to you either. I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right.
sounds good. County, can I get a case number?
Remember, I told you. Are you familiar with the Bill of Rights?
Similar to the 34th sale.
Firm.
Are you familiar with the Bill of Rights?
Yep.
And okay, good.
Yep.
You know, there's established law regarding the Fourth Amendment, someone's right to be secure in their effects. Okay, and a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Yep.
Okay, you're aware of that. Thanks
Yep.
for putting it on record.
You're welcome.
Remember, I told you Brown v. Texas. Okay, so remember that case law,
Okay.
just in case there's litigation. I've directed you exactly to the case law that governs this. Brown v. Texas. Is your body camera on?
It's on.
Perfect.
It's always on.
And he is your supervisor, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You see, there's something called an unlawful arrest. And that's where litigation comes in. And you sue the department for an unlawful arrest if they do escalate it to that point. Because RAS is the minimum standard that they have to reach before even getting any probable cause. And hopefully they know. I don't know if they know, but we'll see. Maybe lieutenants might be able to educate them if they try to pursue this further. And afterwards, what I'm going to do is go lodge a complaint to both officers. So
I didn't
we'll put it
understand
on
what you
right
just
side.
said. Were you talking to me there or no? To be
No,
honest question. I didn't know if you were talking
No,
to
with
me or
all due
not.
respect, I'm speaking
Okay.
to myself.
Okay.
Yeah, not you.
All right.
I'm going to respectfully address you. If I want to talk to you, I'm going to respectfully
Okay.
say, Hill.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to disrespect you, man. You're a human being.
Thank you.
Yes. Do you know who the other officer is speaking with? So I can.
I don't know who you're
Okay.
talking to. No.
And who's the lieutenant on duty?
On duty?
Yes.
I'd have to check who's on duty.
If you don't mind, whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, he might know off the top of his head.
Thank you very much. Yeah. But he didn't. Am I being detained? By the way, let me establish that.
Right now, yeah, we're gonna.
You're detaining me for
Yes,
no
sir.
crime.
Yep. Because we got called here
I
for
get that.
suspicious persons
But
in a
in a car.
suspicious vehicle. Right. That's why I'm here. in
But
the
no
first
crime
place.
though. Just a suspicious person.
Right,
No
and
crime.
that's what we're figuring out.
But no crime though. Just a
Right.
suspicious
Right now, there's
person.
no crime.
Okay,
Correct.
good. Thank you very much. Make sure this is still recording.
So all we would do now that we've established that there's No crime being committed.
Yes, sir.
Because I am conducting an investigation,
Yes.
I have to get information.
Not gonna happen, man.
Okay, but
Brown
just
v.
so
Texas.
you
Brown
just
v. Texas.
okay, just so you're aware,
Yes, sir.
when I do that,
Yes.
I write it down. It goes in our system,
Yes.
and that's it.
Nope.
There's no reason for you to even have a CAD number because we're not going to have your information to put in there, and she's not going to give it to you without you verifying who you are.
This is public information, sir.
Okay.
Yep. I've done thousands of public records Oprah requests, okay? This is
Okay.
public information.
All right.
I know exactly how this works, okay? So
Sounds good.
I'm not ignorant.
All right.
And as you can see, I was never disrespectful to
I
you,
know.
right?
Yep.
I just want to make sure we put that on record, okay?
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
Go ahead.
Erratic driver, South Broadway, in area suddenly in traffic south.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. She drove here earlier, blocked the street, and then backed up on this side of the street. You want to go charge her for that? I mean, that lady here in that yellow car, she drove
blocked.
here. She blocked the street to look in my car and backed up on this side of the street. Yeah, so that's obstructing of the roadway. So you want to do an investigation about that? I'm calling to let you guys know about what
Okay.
she did. So.
Well, we can talk to her about that as well.
Sure. Cool. I got it on video too. I got a dash cam and the points to the back and the front, so
Okay.
I got it on video.
All right.
All right, there. I'm not gonna resist, man.
No, you're
You're
good.
gonna put
You're
me
good.
on arrest. Look, here's my hands. I'm not gonna resist. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page, because
That's,
I've
I
had
think
officers
we
tell
are,
me they're gonna
honestly.
pull me out of the car, and I just don't want to do. What are we gonna do?
Nah.
I'm very respectful. Are we
I'd
okay?
say- yeah. So here's what we're gonna do.
Sure.
Okay? Because I really don't want this massive headache of whatever's going on.
Okay.
So, what my thing is
Mhm.
obviously this car's registered in New Jersey, right? So we can pull the registration, see who the RO is, and see if the RO matches your picture in the DMV system.
Public plate, right? Public license plate. So yeah, you guys
Right,
have the right
exactly.
to do that. Yep.
Okay. So, to me, that's the easiest way to resolve the whole matter. And
I
just
think so too.
all of us going about our way, right?
Perfect.
Okay?
I'm okay with that.
That work for you?
Yep.
'Cause I don't feel like having to go to this just for a simple little suspicious vehicle investigation.
Yep.
The whole reason why we're pushing it that far is because we literally just had an incident at the school that's 100 yards away.
Okay.
So that's why we're in the area now anyway. So
Listen,
just
I
letting you
understand that, but anybody who's parking the street doesn't mean they're associated with that incident.
no,
get where
I
you're coming
get
from.
it. I get it.
But,
But at
yeah.
the same time,
Mhm.
we gotta if you gotta get out of here you got here somehow. You gotta get out of here somehow. All I have to do is make sure you got a valid license and you're on your way. So I can
Not gonna happen, man. Not gonna happen. I'm not giving you a license for you to make sure I have a valid license. That is not accordance with the
Okay.
law.
I got your point, but here's the thing.
Sure.
If you drive away from here
Yes.
and something happens,
Yes.
we're gonna have to get your license at that point. Get what I'm saying?
Well, you have to have a legal reason to pull me over, and like I told him.
I know. I'm not saying we're gonna sit here and try to pull you over. I'm
No, I
just
get
saying,
that.
God forbid, something else happens
I
from now.
know
Got
that
me?
I have a license that is valid and it's legal for me to operate on this
Okay.
roadway, okay?
All right.
And that's why I have dash cameras front, back, side to side to make sure I'm covered.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it makes it
Just
easy,
like how
better
you
for
guys
you.
have your cameras.
Well,
too.
yeah, we gotta
I
have everything
mine
on
too,
camera.
Mine too.
Yep.
So
All right.
I'm not worried about that part.
All right. You have a good one.
I
We're
never
gonna get
said I
out of here.
missed it. Good. All right. Thank you very much, man.
No crime, no trouble, just rights. Calmly defended. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, because silence isn't always safe.